Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and yeah, driven to our knees. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And guys, if you're not watching us on YouTube, hey, check the lower right-hand corner. It's going to say youtube.com/@explainamerica. Come check us out on there. Hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and it really helps us out. Guys, I don't want to make the obvious joke here. And I'm trying really hard to not make the obvious joke, so I won't. You guys can make the joke for me. But there's a gentleman in Canada by the name of Justin Trudeau. He's their prime minister. He's basically a socialist, but he's quasi-communist, very authoritarian. Well, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, see, he comes from Canada originally, living in America, comes from Canada. He's a conservative. He's a Trump supporter in America. He just gave an interview where he espoused the dangers of a Kamala Harris presidency. And he said, and I quote, Canada's on its knees, and if we get a Kamala Harris presidency, it's going to drive this country to its knees. Now, I think that's an important point to put out there to the people. This is somebody who knows economics better than most people. This is somebody who knows fluctuations in the market better than most people. And he's sounding the alarm bell on a very dangerous situation with a woman who, in my opinion, and I know this stuff. I've been doing politics. I'm 46 years old, guys. I've been studying, and I mean studying politics since I'm 10 years old. That's 36 years. And I think, what did a 10-year-old, study? Oh, I studied. I went to the library. I studied presidencies and history, economics, like anything you could think of, politics related, I devoured. So I know a communist when I see one. And I'm telling you, my heart and soul, I believe Kamala Harris, to her core, is a communist. And I know that because I listen to what she says. Things that sound really good to normal people. They're like, oh, that sounds kind of like a utopia and beautiful. Yeah. She's talking about communism. Communism, by the way, always sounds great on paper. And if the right person delivers the message, it can sound really, really good, especially if people are suffering economically. That's the danger we're in right now. She's making communism sound fantastic, and it's not. The one thing about communism is it does bring equality. That I will give it. Same as socialism. They both bring equality. Whereas in capitalism, you have the rich and you have the poor and you have the middle class. But in socialism and communism, if you want to be equal, you do get your wish, because everybody except the people in power are equally poor. So if you want to be equally poor, communism and socialism, they bring that to you. What they don't give you is an opportunity to get rich. That doesn't happen. You just stay poor. I want you to watch what Kevin O'Leary had to say here, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Fortunate because I work on a bipartisan basis in real estate, and so I talk to in syndicating debt and equity to a lot of big Democratic investors that happen to be advisors to Harris, VP Harris, as I do with the Trump team, because I'm bipartisan. I'm an investor. Investing is kind of like it's investing. And I got some interesting feedback in the last 48 hours. About 20% of the big donors on the Harris side having a little bit of buyer's remorse about not running a process because they've seen all the press you guys have given them just with the coronation strategy. What if they'd run a process and suck the energy and all the media and social media out of the market for 5 weeks? That could have been interesting. And if she is the best, she would have risen to the top just like Cream does. Look, that's just what they're saying. My point of view is I don't blame her for not bringing up policy. She should just rant and rave saying, I'm not Trump until the August 7th because she's raising so much money. But then she's got to talk policy. And I don't know what that looks like. And nobody does because she's like a blank sheet of paper. She was an inconsequential VP. Not that that's bad. Every VP is inconsequential. They get no media. She got none until 12 days ago. Now she's the it kid. However, there's an example of an it kid a few years ago up in Canada, that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Nobody looked at his background. Nobody looked at his policies. He was the it kid. That country is on its knees. He wiped it out. He had no executional skills. So is that Are Americans going to basically hire or, basically bring a president that's another Justin Trudeau? I hope not.